Hi, this is Elvira from Scrappy Mania, and today I got a very exciting product to show you. This was inspired by watching a bunch of shows on the new products coming out there this year in CHA 2017. One of the shows that I was watching on YouTube, or product reveal, was from Ken Oliver. He had this product called Roll Away. He used it for intricate dies and to get all those little bits and pieces out of your die. Usually we have this tool, and this tool, in addition to this foam mat, and look how dirty mine is, but in addition to this foam mat, you put your die on here. You just put this against your die or rack this around your die, and all those little bits and pieces get stuck into this mat, and that's how you clean your dies. Well, he had a product that called Roll Away that did that, and I really wanted to have that product. So when I went and Googled it, Amazon has it, and even has the refills for his little Roll Away, and it was $40 plus shipping, and I couldn't find it any other place cheaper, so I did not want to pay $40 for that. Next to that product, they had this one on Amazon, and it was only $8 for the set of two. So I really wanted to get that tool, but I didn't want to spend the $40 for it. So I decided, let me just gamble, pay the $8, get this tool, see if it's going to work the same way. And if it doesn't work the same way, at least, we always have lint. I got pets usually, and I wear a uniform every day, and sometimes, and I have a black sweater, and every once in a while you have pet hairs on your sweater. So this helps out to clean that. So I said, if it doesn't work for what I intended to work, at least I can put this in my purse, clean my uniform or my coat or anything like that, my sweaters, and just get the lint off. So I decided to gamble and get this roller, and I'm glad I did, because I'm going to show you that it works just as well as the Ken Oliver version, but way cheaper, plus you get two. And the other thing that I was kind of leery about is, like, in the Ken Oliver version, he sold the extra sticky rollers, and you can pull these apart. And so he had these rollers that you can buy. You can buy multiple of these, because as you're cleaning your dies, they get filled with, and I already tried it, that's why it's a little dusty, but it gets filled with dust and the cardstock. So you just basically drop this in water and clean it up and let it dry. But if you're doing a lot of die cutting, then you may want a couple of these around, so that way you can easily just clean it off, throw it in a bucket of water, and then use another one to clean the next die, and so forth. So I didn't know if this one had the ability that I can purchase multiple rollers and just change them out as I use them, and you can drop this in water. But I'm happy to report that it does come off, so you can buy the Ken Oliver refills and use this tool for them. However, the Ken Oliver refill is $8 and something cents, and you get a set of two. This is $8 and something cents, and you get the whole, you get the handle plus the rollers, and you get two. So you're better off buying multiple of these, so you can just don't have to mess around with taking it apart and putting a new roller. You just use this. So that's why I bought two sets, so I got 4 of these. And let me bring the other one how it comes. So what you do is, it's going to come like this. You open it, and then there's a film. You can see that film, and you need to peel that film off. I'm not going to do that in this one. I just have one that I did that, and we're going to test it out. So I got this intricate die, and this is by Doris, and I got it at HSN. And it's a die that cuts a box, so you can use it for on top of the box. It just cuts the star, the inner parts of the star, but it doesn't cut the whole star out. You do get an additional die here, so if you want to create an intricate die and then cut the die out, then you're going to follow with this. But right now we're just going to use this. I'm going to show you how that tool is going to help me clean this die pretty quickly. Usually, as you know, if we want to clean this die, either we tap it and the pieces fly off, the extra pieces that get embedded inside the intricate die. You can also use wax paper, and that helps remove all those pieces out. You can use a brush. So this is a Spellbinder tool in one. And then you can just flip your die over and go over it with the brush, and that removes the excess. You can also use a tool that looks similar to this, or that comes with a little pick, and then you can just pick those pieces out, which involves a lot of time. So I was excited when I saw Ken Oliver demonstrate his roll away, because he just went over the die once and it pulled all those little pieces out. So I really, really wanted that. I just didn't want to pay the money for it, especially 40 bucks. I thought that was a little too steep for his tool and for what it is. It was plastic. So I decided to try this out. So let's go ahead and try this out. I got some cardstock. Oh, let me go, something fell. So I'm going to bring over my die cutter machine. I got paper, and I'm going to use my magnetic plate, and hopefully you can see that. And then I'm going to take my plate, I'm going to put my die facing up, get my cardstock on there, and then I'm going to put my cutting plate on top. And usually my recommendation is to keep a plate that you cut. So this is your cutting plate. Keep a plate that is nice and straight, because that will help make sure that you get a better cut. And make sure you don't use that to cut, and that will always give you a great result. So I'm going to put this here, and let's just cut through. Okay, my battery went down, so I had to plug it in. So let's go ahead and run this through. And I usually like to run it 2 or 3 times when it's a die that has a lot of intricate cuts. And let's see. Okay, so you see the die here, and then of course for this you can go ahead and use your brush to brush all those out. And actually, let's go ahead and experiment. He did not try this on cardstock, but let's go ahead and experiment and see if it takes it out. It did lift some of it out, but I didn't get a real good cut. So I should have. And a lot of times with your wart plates, that will happen. So that's why it's good to always have a plate that is not as warp, or I should have cut it with the warp part down, and that would have made a better contact. You can also use a shim, but if it would have cut it, see how it started to lift it? It does start to lift. Now this cut's pretty nice. I mean, I don't have a plate that is not warp. It does affect your cut if your plate is like mine. So now let's go ahead and try it out on the die. See all the little bits and pieces on that die? So let's use our roller, and it just picks it up. Look at that. Look at that. It picks it up like nothing. You do have those little tiny ones, it looks like there might be a little issue with it, picking that up, but that's okay. You can always get those little ones, but look how perfect that cuts. That really removes those little inners of your die. And then what you do is you throw this in water. And even the product says, once you use it, I don't know, the instructions not here, but the instructions on Amazon on how to use this product said you just simply throw this in water and clean it out. You can clean it, the excess, and it's reusable. The other thing that I'm excited about this tool is, so I don't have water in here, so I cannot drop it in there. So let's try the next one. we're going to use it for glitter. So the other thing that he was selling his product was to pick up glitter, embossing powder, and so forth. So I am going to drop some glitter on my craft sheet. And then look at this. It's just going to clean it up. Perfect. Oh, and I broke this. So you got to be careful. It picked it up. Now be careful. It is a cheap product, so you have to be careful. So I'm going to have to use it from now on like so and just keep it clamped. But be careful. I shouldn't have put all the force on there. This one I didn't have an issue, so I would recommend that you hold it like this instead of like this. Hold it like this. But for $8, I think I can survive. If it does break like it did there, you just use it like so. I think that Ken Oliver one will also break if you, because it's not metal, if you don't hold it here. So you have to hold it here and then pick up the excess lint with that. I do like it. For the price, I do like it. I did not like that it broke so quickly on me, but so I hope you like this video. I do recommend it. Even though it's a little flimsy, as you can see here, just need to have proper care on using the tool. Hold it on the base here. Do not hold it here, because that's going to break, especially if it's on a surface that it's really grabbing. But I do like the tool, so I hope you like this video, and thank you for watching. Bye now.